My name is Julie Dunn. I work here in the athletic department, and I would like to welcome you so much for coming. We're here to kick off a number of events leading up to a very special day, Evanston Day at Ryan Field. I'm going to give you a short overview of how this brief evening is going to go. First of all, we're going to call up NU President Shapiro, then the Mayor of Evanston, and then Director of Athletics Jim Phillips, and then finally we'll hear from head football coach Pat Fitzgerald. Just as a note to the media, there will be opportunities for one-on-one interviews following the press conference, which, as I mentioned, will be fairly brief. Also at the end, we are going to have all the City of Evanston employees that were invited to come up and take a brief picture. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to President Shapiro. President?
Thank you very much. This is a big day. I don't know how many of you got here early enough to watch Fitz's team. I'm calling it Fitz's team until I see how good we are this year. If we're as good as we were last year, then it's Mort's team. But for now, it's Fitz's team. We looked very good. And, it's always very exciting in the beginning of a season. And it's particularly exciting this year to talk about Evanston Day in a certain way. And Liz and I did an event, the Rotary Club, last week. And I said every day should be Evanston Day. We are really lucky. We at Northwestern University be located in one of the most interesting, vibrant, diverse, fascinating cities in all of America. It's an absolute blessing. I went on the tour last week for the new version of the tour for prospective undergrads, and all they did was talk about Evanston. They talked about downtown, they talked about the Lakeville, they talked about what a wonderful city we're blessed to be located in. So we feel that very seriously. And one of the nicest things for me as a new resident of Evanston, I've been here now for 14 months, is when I'm riding my bike with my 10-year-old Rachie on the Lakeville, and I see so many people from town, or if I'm at a musical theater event, or I'm at a lecture, or I'm at certainly an athletic event, and I see people from the town of Evanston enjoying our wonderful campus and all it has to offer. It's the best feeling in the world. Let me tell you, it is just the greatest feeling. We were just reminiscing with the older men here that I took them to a basketball game. It was a great game. Remember, we beat Minnesota in overtime. Go Cats. And, I have no doubt, Fitz, that on September 25th we'll have another big victory and to celebrate it with the town. Because the last thing I want to say is that, our teams, the Cat teams, the 19 varsity teams, Wildcat teams, those are Evanston's teams. And as more and more members of this wonderful town come out and they support their team, it just makes us feel better. We play better on the field, and it shows everybody that the town and the gown, at least in Evanston, are one. So with that, I can't wait for the season. I particularly can't wait to September 25th. And now I have a great honor to very briefly introduce the mayor. Everybody knows we have the best coach in the Big Ten, right? Everybody knows we have the best AD in the Big Ten. Everybody knows we have the shortest president in the Big Ten. What they might not know is that we in the town of Evanston have the absolute best mayor in the Big Ten. Liz.
Thank you, Morty, but I think you better talk to some of the younger Evanstonians here today. When I came, they all wanted to know when they could meet the coach, and their parents told them, well, you could meet the mayor, and nobody was interested at all. So you hear that, guys? It's the best mayor in the Big Ten. I think they still want to meet the coach. But as the attitude of our youngest citizens here today is that they're all for Northwestern football, and they know who the coach is. They may not know who the mayor is, but they certainly know who the coach is. Northwestern football is a lot of fun. It's a great team, wonderful games, and we're encouraging the entire team, the entire community to come out on the 25th and support the Wildcats. Superintendent Witherspoon is here, several board members, Keith Terry's here, Rachel Heyman, and I hope I haven't missed too many people. We really appreciate their turning out. The entire community is behind the Wildcats, and we are painting some of the town purple. You are getting some hydrants painted purple, Morty. I don't know how many, And Fitz, I've got a prediction. I've watched a lot of football, so I know everybody is waiting to know what the mayor thinks of this football team. I think they're terrific, and you're going to have a great season. So come, everybody, on the 25th. Go Cats, and next up is Jim.
Thank you, Mayor, and I just want to echo the sentiments earlier. Thank you all for coming. It's a busy summer day. A lot of schools have started. I want to thank all of the city workers that are here. I know the superintendent and others. I know we have some of our alderwomen that are here. But thank you for your selfless service to the city. We sure are the beneficiaries of that. In particular, I want to thank Jane Grover, who's been phenomenal to work with as we sit in her district. And she's been a great partner. So thanks, Jane, for all that you've done. I also want to thank the city manager, Wally Bobkowitz, who's been also a great friend and a great advocate for Northwestern. And as we trudge down the road, hand in hand, I think the partnership will continue to even get better. We've done some great things together with the city of Evanston, a field day and the summer camp days. And now on the 25th of September, we'll earmark another opportunity for the city and the university to come together. And that's very, very exciting for all of us. And finally, I do want to thank you, Liz, for all of your leadership and direction that you provided the city. Again, we've all benefited from your hard work. I think the best days are yet to come, even though we're experiencing some wonderful moments right now. So, again, thank you all for coming. It gives me the terrific pleasure to introduce our football coach. And Liz made mention of the example that, she asked a lot of kids and parents to come out here and they could get the chance to meet her or the football coach, and they all ran to the football coach. I would tell you that happens in my own family with my own children. They're not interested in seeing their dad. They want to see Coach Fitzgerald, and they want to know when we go to Northwestern, is Coach Fitzgerald going to be there? So anyways, he's got that aura not only in the city of Evanston, but in my household, and certainly, as Morty said, the very best football coach in the Big Ten. Pat Fitzgerald. Thanks.
I think we need to have more press conferences because I feel good about myself right now. My gosh. Holy cow. I'm humbled by the kind words. I didn't know I was going to be roasted today, but I'm very glad to be here and extremely excited about the 25th. We've got I believe, a very exciting football team. And when I think of Evanston, I think of the people. And when I think of Northwestern football, I think of our young men and our student athletes. And to have those two unite is just going to become not only, I think, a special union, but I think more importantly, a very special tradition. And hopefully the 25th will become a catalyst. Because when I think of all the young people that are around here today that had a chance to come out and watch our guys work, what they didn't get a chance to see, all of our guys, and what they do academically, and how we had 171 players above a 3.0 GPA. And the great leadership that they're showing and the great, really at the end of the day, role models that they are. And all throughout Evanston, the Northwestern community, our young men have volunteered for about 1,070 hours, give or take a little bit, of community outreach to be involved and to give back in the community. And so when I think of Evanston and I think of our team, I think of the people. And I'm really looking forward to the 25th. And the Evanstonians that are here today, those that are involved in our community, thank you very much. I remember back when I came here as a student athlete back in 1993, and when some of my teammates come back now, they don't even recognize the town. And when I talk to some of the players that were here before, they definitely don't recognize the town. And it's just a thriving community. It's a great place to raise a family, and we're honored to have our great team play in this great community. I'm really looking forward to the pep rally. I think that's going to be really neat. We're going to have the fountain purple. We're going to have some fire hydrants purple. It's going to be a lot better having purple fire hydrants than my face all over Evanston. So I'm excited about that. But it's just going to be a real special tradition that we started. So on behalf of our football program at Northwestern University, Mayor, we'd like to present you with this autographed football here, commemorating the 25th, and saying thank you so much for all your support. And I look forward to this being Morty's team again, so we can make sure that you'll have to give our jerseys to some other mayor in bowl season. So thank you so much. We look forward to the 25th, and go Cats. Thanks. I'll turn it back over to Julie.
All right, thank you all so much. That concludes today's press conference. And if we could have the City of Evanston employees stay up here on the stage, we're going to get a group photo. So thank you very much. Go Cats.
Put that on eBay.
Just a couple of quick questions. Can you tell us a little bit about your opponent for the Paint Evanston Purple game, Central Michigan?
Well, they're defending MAC champions. Outstanding football team. It's going to be a big challenge for us, so we look forward to everybody being in purple and coming out and supporting the Cats.
Okay. The game at Wrigley Field against Illinois, what's your feelings about that?
That it's in November, so I'll worry about it then. But obviously an exciting opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our young men and, for our fans and students, and, looking forward to being on Wrigley Field. That's going to be a historic day.
Okay. And one last question. How are things going with your conditioning, your training leading up to the opening game?
So far, so good. We've got, thank goodness, one more week, and we need it. I'm glad we're not playing Vanderbilt on Saturday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Pat, Bob,